Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday, and it's time for the weekly update. And it's a hot day in it's July, the end of July, about the hottest day of the whole year. And right now I'm at Santee-Cooper, and I'm with a really good buddy of mine. Hey, Chad Ardis. Now, this is actually Major Chad Ardis that we fished together before about 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And now since then, Chad had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. and become a lieutenant colonel, have a desk job, and stay in the military. But you decided what? You decided you like to
Time
fish.
sounded good, and I love to fish.
You love to fish. And in the meantime, he not only just fishes every day, but he also has a lure company called Choo Choo Custom Lures. And he makes lures, any kind of lure that you want. It's a custom order kind of deal. But anyway, I was going to tell him what we did this week. You know, I started off the first part of the week coming back from the ICAST show and getting my boats ready for this big trip, because now we're at Santee. And this is my old ABC stomping ground. I just love the Santee area. And that's jet you hear is from Sumter Air Force Base.
Shaw Air Force Base.
Shaw Air Force Base. A lot of jets around here. But anyway, we're at the upper end of Santee-Cooper, and Chad lives, what, about 10 miles from here?
That's about right, yes, sir.
And so Chad, I called him up. I said, how's the bass? He said, man, you were catching them last week. What was happening last week? You had
They were on fire.
26-pound stringer and you had a 25.
Yes, sir.
So they were on fire. He said, there's a shad spawn first thing in the morning. So I got here, what was it, 2 days ago or so, one Monday morning. Got here, and boy, right off the bat, they're just getting light. And I make a cast with a chatterbait. Bam! I catch a 7-pound bass. I'm saying, oh man, this is heaven. This is as good as it gets. And then you had a big one on.
Yeah.
And then you missed a couple big ones, and I missed a couple big ones. Anyway, we did pretty good, halfway good. But then later today, the whole deal was we're going to show the different ways of catching bass in this film here at Santee. And one way is the shad spawn.
Yes, sir.
Then you were going to show me the river.
Yep.
And how'd that river go?
The river was a little tough.
The river was tough.
The river was tough. We got a couple small fish.
We caught some small fish, and then. But, you know, you'd just gone, that one brush pile that you'd fished last week, you'd caught 3 5-pounders off it.
Yes, sir.
Just right off, we fished that one and didn't do any good. Anyway, the river was kind of a bust, but we did film it a little bit. And then yesterday morning, we went back to a pond. Hey, that was so fun. Tell them what happened fun. You had permission to fish the pond.
We did.
So Chad's local, and he's been here all his life. And so you got directions to go to this guy's pond. Then what happened?
Well, we may have ended up in the wrong pond for a couple hours.
And we were catching fish right off the bat. Yeah. He throws a frog, and he's got this big 6 or 7-pound bass on a frog, and we lose it. And then I catch about a 3 or 4 pound.
That's right.
I catch a good one.
That's right.
And by that time, you get a phone call.
Hey, how y'all doing? We're doing good. Y'all catching? We're catching a few. Well, y'all probably catch more if you're in the right pond.
So here comes the guy. The landowner comes down, and we don't know if he's going to have us arrested or what's going. We don't know who he is, you know. But finally, you knew him.
Right. He worked with my father for about 10 years.
Yeah, so, your father and he were in the fire department.
The fire department together.
And so you were in good shape.
No, we were.
He didn't arrest us. In fact, I signed some autographs for his grandkids and stuff, and he said we could fish in a pond if we wanted to.
That's right.
But instead, we picked up yesterday. This is really incredible. And so Chad, I asked him yesterday about 9 o'clock. We got to the other pond. I said, Chad, what are they going to bite? He said, I don't know. And we were kind of struggling. And just out of curiosity, one of us threw a buzzbait. I think you threw a buzzbait. And then the funniest thing happened. You hooked a nice bass about 2 pounds. And then what happened?
Well, I missed 3 fish in a row.
3 nice big 4 or 5 pound fish have blown up on his buzzbait. And he says, I can't understand it. What's going on here? And what happened?
Well, we finally looked at the bait, and my hook was gone.
It busted the hook off. So anyway, we got all rigged up. We put new buzzbaits on, and we started putting trailers on. Right off the bat, you catch about a 5, and I catch a couple 3 and 4s. And so it was 12 o'clock noon. It's a bright sunny day. Temperature's almost 100 degrees. And here it is, right in the middle of the day. We were catching them yesterday on buzzbaits at 11 and 12 o'clock in the day. Just bright sun. It was like unheard of.
That's
I mean,
right.
I wouldn't have.
You don't do it often.
I would have never thought that. So, I mean, it's just kind of crazy. And then here's the other thing. We figured, well, maybe we just haven't found the right fish. So last night there was a tournament.
Yes, sir.
And we were going to enter the tournament. We were kind of thinking about it. And then all of a sudden you said, I don't know if we ought to enter.
Wasn't a good idea.
We're not catching enough fish. So we went to the tournament anyhow, and I went there where I could meet some guys and, you know, see some old buddies that I'd seen years ago. But anyway, we went to the tournament, and we were going to bet on how much it was going to win. And last week, how much it took?
It took 26 pounds
to win. And all of a sudden, this week, I asked Chad yesterday evening, I said, Chad, how much weight do you think it's going to take? You said, what? You said 14. Everybody said, oh, it's going to take 14. It's going to take a lot more than that. And I said, I think it was going to take less than that. I think it was going to take less than 14. And you know what won it? There were 26 boats, and these are the local hotshot guys. And two guys had a little over 9 pounds, and that was it. Yeah. That was it.
I feel better. You know, we struggled, but there's a reason the fish.
We struggled, and you know, we caught fish this week, and we had a couple 4 and 5 and 6 pounds. Well, not 6 pounds, but we had 7. We had 7. Yeah. So actually, we had some fair fish, but in the middle of the end of July and 100-degree weather. And the other thing about it, if you notice right now, the water temperature right here is only 90.7. But the other afternoon in that one place, it was 96 or so, 95.
Yeah, we're early in the day now.
It's early in the day. It's still 90, over 90 degrees, 91 degrees right now. And what I've noticed, and I think you've noticed it too, sometimes it gets so hot, it just shuts them down.
Shuts them down.
I mean, that's the only thing we can figure, because here's 26 boats going out yesterday afternoon, all going to good spots. Sparkleberry, they're going to Remini, they're going to all the good spots. They're going to Stumple, and they didn't catch hardly anything.
It was slow. Well, we had 7 people weigh in, 7 boats.
7 only. Yeah, the other thing. Well, see, a lot of guys probably didn't catch much, and they threw them back.
That could have, or they caught nothing.
Or they caught nothing. So that's kind of how tough it is right now. It's but even though it's tough, and I think we've all fished tournaments enough to know, no matter how tough you think it is, there's somebody.
Somebody's going to have them.
And there's going to be somebody that wins the tournament.
That's right.
Whether it's tough or not.
That's right.
So you can win the tournament with just a couple of fish, and that's maybe what happens. But anyway, it's been a good week, and from here, tomorrow, actually right now, it's 9 o'clock, and we're probably going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to put the boat back on the trailer, and I'm headed for the Virginia Beach area. I'm going to go up and see Chuckle Beer up on the Chesapeake, and we're going to get out there for some big cobia, and we're going to do some bass fishing in some ponds, and I don't know, we're going to have a good time.
It'll be a good time.
But, anyway, Chad, I want to thank you for a really big deal. You know, you helped us out for the second time now, and I always call him a colonel. Well, he's not quite a colonel anymore.
I've been called worse.
Marine Corps buddy, you know, that's what brought me here, working at Fort Jackson.
Yes,
I was a rifle range officer back during the Vietnam crisis, and I didn't go to Vietnam because they wanted me to run a rifle range, so it kind of a good deal.
Well, the colonel wants you to fish with him.
Yeah, my colonel buddy would fish together all the time, and so he kept me here running the rifle range. But anyway, I had a great year, a couple of years at Fort Jackson. I got to learn this lake, Santee-Cooper, and I really learned my ABCs of bass fishing here. They had good striper fishing here, and they had plenty of 8 and 10 pound bass here. So I learned how to fish, and so from there I went on to the tournaments and stuff, and then doing what else I do. Well, anyway, folks, hey, thanks for watching my YouTube, and it's nice bringing you the what's happening rolling and the update for the week, and it's great being here with my good friend Chad Ardis, and hey, we had a great time. We had a good time.
Let's do it again.
We'll do it again. Hey, thank you, Chad.
Yes, sir.
And folks, we'll see you again soon. See you next week.